A 6'6" freshman, number 5, a 6'5" sophomore, number 11.
All right, everybody, welcome to another day here. Great eve from Utah. Starting lineup. CSI. We have Lincoln Johnson. Korea, Russian. Roberto Hit. Tonight is number 1 Jake Walker, number 3 Logan Johnson, 31 Braden Johnson, taking out himself 44 Truman Moore. So, important game tonight, Gary. What do you think that Snow needs to do, and also CSI?
Well, Snow, first of all, I think needs to stay in this game right from the start. In the previous 2 games that the Badgers have played against CSI, CSI's jumped out to an early lead and then just kind of coasted the rest of the way. That happened here on their own floor. CSI got up by about 15 points early. It happened up in Twin Falls. The Badgers got behind early and CSI just coasted. It's a matchup problem for the Badgers because the Badgers have handled Salt Lake City in 3 games straight now, and CSI has lost 2 games to Salt Lake. It is.
Like you said, we were mentioning before the game, everybody, that Malik Porter has been a really big problem for the Snow Badgers. Every time they play each other, he seems to have a good game.
Well, the Badgers have a lot on the line right here. With a win, they can win the regular season of the Scenic West Athletic Conference. With a loss, it drops them into a tie with CSI. Badgers steal the tip with Jake Walker. That's a good move by Stockton Shorts. I like that part of his game. Very good to use his body and protect the ball, and goes up against the bigger CSI player but gets it in. He does have a muscle for it. CSI passes around too. And gets out. Take the floater instead. Thomas is another player. He's going to be coming off the bench for CSI, but he has done some damage against the Badgers.
I believe there are 2 players for CSI.
There are.
Something always look out for. For a big man at 25, Braden Parker got the rebound. Sophomore year,
last home game for the Badgers next week is the Scenic West Athletic Conference Tournament. That will be played at Utah State University Eastern. CSI has a good combination of inside and outside shooters, and there they just hit a 3. Well, the Badgers have every player on this team that will shoot a 3, with the exception of McLean Tojar. He's the only one that doesn't shoot a 3 in their warm-ups and in their practices.
He does have a mean left hook shot, though.
Yes.
As we have a little drive in there by number 3, Malik Porter, and he makes it. Nice little floater there from the side.
Right over the top of Truman Moore.
And that's not a very easy thing to do. Truman Moore is a great defensive player. Now he is in a post up against number 25, but he cannot convert.
He made the left-handed jump hook a moment ago and missed the right-handed jump hook.
Nice, you know, play to your strengths there. Now we're having a little bit of dance around here in the perimeter, trying to find who's going to take the ball. As Hokanson about had a steal, but now they take it outside, and it looks like Gittins tried to take the mid-range jumper, but just could not hit it. Went off the back end as it goes down to the Snow Badgers. Stockton Shorts looked like he was about to drive in, then decided to kick it back out for Hokanson.
Long three-pointer, long three. All right, that'll be good if the Badgers can hit that three, because they are going to struggle getting it inside against the CSI team. They get a lot of help defensively, although Truman Moore's had 3 shots in the paint, but he's only hit 1.
See, and I think that when your outside shots aren't going, you rely on your big men like Truman Moore to start hitting those inside shots a little more. And I think, you know, just give it time before Truman Moore starts heating up here, as we had an offensive rebound and a foul for Coleman Sparling. He'll be shooting 2 at the line. You notice how the scoring so far is going to Truman, no, not Truman, my bad. Coleman Sparling, my bad. Mixing up. Coleman Sparling's been mostly hitting stuff.
He's been the go-to guy so far here in the early going.
Seems that Snow has the others shut down, at least for right now.
Checking in for CSI is David Walker, Thomas Miles, and Jackson Edelmeyer.
I'm surprised that Khalid's not coming in, Khalid Thomas.
Yeah, I agree.
And he hits 2 of 2.
We're tied at 7.
Hokanson would take it up court past the S here. He's got tight defense on him from number 22 from CSI, Thomas Miles. Truman Moore will take it. It looks like there was some contact there where he just lost it, but we got a foul called on Truman Moore for reaching.
You know, he tied him up. They didn't call anything. Finally, then when the CSI player falls down is when they call the foul. And Truman Moore got bumped on the entry pass and no call on that.
It's going to be, looks like it'll be one of those nights for both sides tonight. We'll see. As now David Walker took the ball up and he'll give it off to Thomas. Thomas cannot hit the 3. A little short on that one, as you can hear the Snow fans cheering air ball. Moore with a little pump fake there. He handed it off to Hokanson. Shorts kick it back out. Walker is blocked. You don't see that often.
Blocked by Edelmeyer.
Edelmeyer looked like he was about to take it in, but he'll give it off to Walker, and he will finish at the rim. Now it's Hokanson.
Kind of a low-scoring game to start, and that plays well for the Badgers because, like I said, the other 2 games, the Badgers have fallen behind early.
I think, you know, as the old, like I always say, old saying, defense wins championships, and it's good to see him be playing defense on both sides to show that each side really wants this title.
Well, time was running out. Walker took a tough shot that time, but in all fairness to him, the shot clock was down to 2 seconds.
I agree, and kudos to number 2 Walker, David Walker, for defending him so well. That's some tight defense from him, getting up in Walker's face the whole time, not letting him get a breath of fresh air.
Tojar checks into the ball game for the Badgers,
So
as well as Blackner.
Come in for Walker. So now CSI will have possession of the ball. Bill drive in there, but he will kick it out to Porter. We'll back out to the perimeter as we have no drive in here. By Meyer. Edelmeyer will give it back out. Thomas, a little strong on that one again, but the rebound goes down to CSI.
Boy, that's 2 offensive rebounds early on here. The Badgers have got to do a better job of boxing off. and limiting CSI to 1 shot.
CSI with great ball movement right now, getting it outside and inside.
This is the most patient I've seen CSI.
And I think you need to be patient against Snow as
Wow.
Walker will take it to the rack.
Tough leap and leaner. Leap and leaner, banks it off the glass.
Those are some tough shots there, especially against it looked like 3 or 4 players he had on top of him. So we have a foul on Thomas. Or is the timeout called?
There was a foul called on Thomas Miles. That's his first.
So far, CSI and Snow have just kind of been in a low scoring pace right now, not as their usual.
Well, the Badgers have worked the ball inside. Unfortunately, Truman Moore hasn't been able to connect on a couple of them. Hit the left-handed jump hook, missed a right-handed jump hook, and missed a layup. But I like it when they do go inside. Let him do some work in there because that sets up the three-point shot. You know, if he can get a couple of early baskets, the defense has got to suck in on him. And he's a very good passer, so if the defense does suck in and double-team him, he can kick it back out, and that's a much easier three-point shot.
I think that also to help out is if you got Hokinson or Walker to start hitting those small mid-range jumpers inside to kind of close up the paint a bit so they can get those threes going a bit as they used to.
Well, the Badgers have gone to a really small lineup right now. They're going to use Nebaker at the post position as they go with Houston, Nebaker, Hokinson, Stockton Shorts, and Blackner, yeah.
And Hokinson has, not Hokinson, my bad, Nebaker has proved that he can play that post position quite well. Because he'll get the ball inside, but it goes out of bounds, tapped out by CSI.
Now that was the inbounds play to try to get the ball to Nebaker down low and underneath.
I think that they're going to really have to space it out right there. Now it's Houston looking for help. Shorts will take it.
Last time we called the game, Houston went 6 for 8.
He did.
There's the help defense that I talked about before with CSI. Blackner comes over or Blackner gets a shot blocked from help defense.
All over 6 feet tall. Probably over 6'6" is what I've seen from this CSI team. As we got a hard foul on Logan Hokinson.
David Walker with the foul. Got a lot of ball, but he got him with the body as well.
I believe he had the other block too on Blackner.
Was it him or Malik Porter?
And one of the two.
It could have been Walker. I didn't catch it.
As now Hokinson will shoot 2 at the line.
Nope.
Hokinson still trying to warm up tonight. A little cold from the start. Sometimes one free throw, though, will get you right back on it.
Well, he missed the first 3, but then he did hit another 3, but that free throw did not look too good.
I sometimes think, though, when you get up afterwards, you're a little shooken up after being hit.
That could be.
A little hard foul, not too bad. Still
missed them both.
It's not a good sign. But there's still tons of game left. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. Nebaker's going to have his hands full now trying to guard Braden Parker down low.
Oh, yeah, Braden Parker is a lot larger.
Braden Parker, I think, could play tackle on the Snow football team. He is a big boy.
That's why he's at post as now
there
it's
it is. There's Khalid Thomas we talked about, and he comes in right off the bench and hits a big 3.
Snow looks like they're trying to retaliate, trying to find a good plan here. Blackner will take around, and Khalid about stole the ball. And Hokinson had a little drive-in spot. They're open, but Blackner will give it off to Nebaker, and Nebaker will take the easy 2, lay it up and in.
Boy, that was a great turnaround because it looked like Khalid Thomas was headed for a dunk, lost the ball, and the Badgers get a 2.
But CSI answers with a 3 from number 5.
Corian Russian.
They have a screen. Stockton Shorts looked like he had a little opening here for a second. But Nebaker will pump fake and take it all the way to the hoop.
And again, the help defense comes over. That time it was David Walker. Maybe didn't get a block, but he got some intimidation and made Stockton Shorts alter his shot.
Stockton Shorts with the rebound as Khalid Bell had another steal there. And he will take the three and he will nail it from down. Badgers, they're now behind 5.
Need to keep it close. Don't let the three. So the Badgers trail by 8. Nebeker's long three off the mark, out of bounds.
I've seen a lot of great defense from Khalid Thomas here as he checked in here.
And he's hit 2 threes.
He has. And I think the Badgers come in with a plan to try to stop him, but for how good of a player he is, it's going to be hard.
Redshirt freshman, so the Badgers will see him again next year.
Is now looking for help, number 30, Jason Edelmeyer. So they pass it around outside. It looks like Khalid was asking for it in the post, but now he get it in the outside as Nebeker will defend him. And we have a foul on Nebeker.
Khalid's a tough player to defend because he'll hit the three, and if you come out on him, then he'll put the ball on the floor and take it to the hoop.
And always great when you're trying to find new schools and stuff to go to is to be that kind of player. Khalid looks like he's asking for the ball. He will get it from the inbound. Now,
Badgers ask a lot of Nebeker on defense. He was playing the much bigger player earlier against CSI. Now he's playing not only a taller player, but a quicker player as well.
But
wow. Off-balance three taken by Coleman Sparling.
Coleman Sparling red hot from the start.
And this is where you don't, if you're the Badgers, you can't let this get away from you. You're down by 11 now.
That's like a foul or?
Yeah, foul is going to be called on Sparling.
Really? So he went in right as Nebeker was about to drive in. Looks like Sparling will come on to the bench as Porter will take his place. Wait, no, not Porter. Roberto Gittins, my bad. It's like Barnes now at the point. Pass it off to Houston. Houston as Nebeker will take the drive in, try to get it, force his way in there and try to force the pass, but it gets stolen. As Gittins had a little move there, got the foul, but could not quite finish. As we were saying before, matchups.
Yep.
CSI matches up well against Snow College.
Well, CSI just shows you your depth. I mean, the Badgers stayed close with the starting 5, but then when the Badgers went to the bench and CSI went to the bench, CSI has worked this out to a 12-point lead now, 24-12. So it's really the bench that's the difference. CSI can go 12, 13 players deep. Badgers struggle when they go any more than about 3 or 4 deep.
And, it sometimes takes, though, time for a lot of your players to mature and get going into that kind of what CSI is, just having a deep roster.
But you're right, it is matchups.
It looks like Moore wanted it, but good defense again. Khalid tried to take it. And it looks like we had a bit of contact there.
Nice penetration and dish to Nick Houston, but he gets the shot blocked. And again, it's the help defense by CSI. The Badgers are able to get by their own man, but then the help defense comes over and usually ends up with the block.
And I think that's what gives a lot of teams in this conference a hard time, is that help defense. As Walker will take the long three, will not go, but Johnson there is there to get the rebound. As Walker will take it again and drive in, and he will get the foul.
David Walker going to get called for the foul, I believe. Good job by Walker, Snow College's Jake Walker, to get David Walker from CSI up in the air and then draw the contact as he goes up for the shot.
That was really smart of him. And, notice all the timing, especially with the guards and stuff. Now you look at these days, they'll wait for that time to get up and so they can get to the free throw line. They'll get the contact to get to the free throw line. So now we'll try to hit 2 of 2. But
nice
the
rebound.
Offensive rebound from Johnson, and that will put him back in within 10.
3-point play by the Badgers, an unconventional 3-point play, but much needed.
Yes.
As you mentioned, to get him back to 10.
Will probably spark him up a bit now. This looks like Gittins about took the 3, had a thought about it, but instead will pass it off. So now we got a great ball movement by CSI. About hit the 3, but offensive rebound comes back down to CSI. Still a missed shot, and we got a foul. And Truman Moore holding his arm right now.
I think that's going to be on Braden Parker. No, they're going to call it on David Walker.
That's his
for
third.
CSI. No, correction, it was Braden Parker.
I was going to say that would be a 3rd foul, wouldn't it?
So it's Braden Parker that picks up his first. But again, the Badgers have got to do a better job of boxing off and not letting CSI get that 2nd and 3rd opportunity.
Very true. It's always second chance opportunities can really hurt you sometimes, as Houston will take the 3 and nail it from downtown.
That's big. Big shot by Nick Houston to get that first 3 under his belt, and the Badgers have climbed their way back into this. They're only down by 7.
Houston, when you leave him out in the open, he's bound to hit it. It's like now this Badger defense is livened up a bit now.
It's amazing how the offense and a big 3 can get some momentum going for you.
Always, basketball is the game of runs and how much, your players can keep going with it. And sometimes, sometimes you need to quiet down the storm from the other team to help get you back in it. Now,
Braden Parker hit the bucket for CSI.
It's like Johnson thought about taking the 3, but kick ball.
Kicked it to the guitar player.
Now, the standings right now, I believe, is Snow, CSI, Salt Lake Community, Utah State Eastern, and Colorado Northwestern, right?
That is correct.
So, big game for every team here. Very close conference. As Hokanson will hit the 3, big shot, take it to 21-27.
Another long 3. That was well behind the arc.
So now CSI is looking for a play call here. It's like Edelmeyer lost it, but he got it back.
Oh, that was great. Great job by Edelmeyer to stay with that and keep it alive. I thought the Badgers had a steal.
Corian Russian got the bucket there as he took it in against Truman Moore. And now Badgers are looking to answer back. It's Hokanson high off the glass.
Nice shot by Hokanson. Good penetration, put the ball up high where nobody could block it.
But Parker laid it up and in.
David Parker just had the mismatch against Nick Houston and got the bucket and the foul. So just as the Badgers make a run, CSI makes a move to keep them at bay.
Reminds me of old playoff series back in 2017. Jazz and Warriors. Every time you think the Jazz are getting within 10, Warriors will hit a 3 and keep them at bay.
So you mentioned the standings. The Badgers are on a 4-game win streak. CSI won. Salt Lake with a loss. That was to Snow College on Saturday. USU Eastern has lost 3 in a row. And Colorado Northwestern has lost 1 in a row now. We mentioned the matchups. CSI only beat Colorado Northwestern by 2 points in Colorado. Salt Lake City had to go to overtime to beat Colorado. So even the 5th seed team right now, Colorado Northwestern, I think in the tournament, they could make something happen. It's probably going to be Colorado and Utah State Eastern are going to play on Thursday night of next week. The winner of that will face the #1 seed, Snow College or the College of Southern Idaho. Snow College is pretty much locked into the 1 or 2 seed, as is CSI. Unless CSI loses tonight, then they might be in a battle between or with Salt Lake on that 2 and 3 seed.
Another one to give, like you said, give CSI a hard time. Salt Lake Community College, they're a good team still, no matter where you are in this conference. And
well, I believe the 3 losses CSI has, 2 are to Salt Lake and 1 is to USU Eastern.
Looks like Parker will hit the free throw and it'll take it at 32-23. The Badgers will now take it up court. Hokanson will get the screen and he'll take the 3 right off and it will not hit. A little strong off the back there. So looks like Gittins will pass it off to Khalid Thomas, and Thomas drive it in. As Gittins will miss it, Parker try to come in.
Badgers got a break right there.
They did. That looked like CSI ball. It was out Hokanson.
Yeah, I thought Hoganson tipped that out of bounds. Coach Nielsen upset with a no call on a traveling, I believe, but the Badgers do get the ball.
Either way, get the ball, get the whistle.
Low-scoring game does favor the Badgers, even though they trail right now by 9.
Yeah, as long as they can keep CSI in it, I think they can come back a little bit in the second half or even this half.
I agree.
As Walker will take the straightaway 3. I think it got blocked there a bit. As Johnson's there for the rebound, but it gets picked off by Russian. Russian looks like he wants to take it in. The defense from Logan Hokanson there. Russian a bigger player than Hokanson. He got the screen. Still defense. There's Khalid with the double team, and it will get taken from Houston. Houston about lost it again from Russian. And it'll be called for the reach in.
Yeah, I think Russian got a lot of body on that as he tried to tip it away. Just a little frustration, I think, that time that the Badgers ended up with the steal.
Russian being a really good defensive player tonight with Walker, David Walker. So now Snow's Tyler Walker here. Looks like he wanted to take 3, but he will not take it. And Johnson will post it up. A little move here, and it will get blocked.
Blocked easily by Malik Porter.
Porter will give it off. Looks like they were about to try to go for the 3, but defense got with them there pretty quickly. CSI Porter will take the little floater, and he'll hit. 34-23 CSI. Tyler Walker with the ball again on the outside.
And another 3 by Hokanson. Logan Hokanson hits the 3. That gets the Badgers back going again.
My bad, everybody. I was calling Jake Walker Tyler Walker for a second.
Good hands by Stockton Shorts. Tip it away. Out of bounds will stay for CSI.
As looks like the big man, Coleman Sparling, comes back in. Been really hurting Snow tonight.
And Gittins has checked back in for CSI.
CSI's lineup right now has Malik Porter, Coleman Sparling. It looks like Thomas Miles and Porter are all out there. And Khalid Thomas. And they will miss the shot on that one as Hokanson will drive it in. Looks like he was about to. But Thomas there with some good defense. And Houston with the 3 again.
Nick Houston 2 for 2 from 3-point range. Gets the Badgers back to within 5 now.
Houston got a bit of double team on Sparling, but that leaves Khalid Thomas wide open.
Yeah, I don't know. The Badgers kind of fell asleep defensively. You can't leave a player like that alone on the baseline.
It's like Jake Walker will give it off to Hoganson. Hoganson will be double teamed. And it looks like he'll take it, but he'll get the foul call. Called on Thomas Miles. You notice how things for Snow are starting to heat up a bit here, but still CSI able to calm the storm a bit with some shots of their own.
Like I say, just so deep. You know, CSI, it doesn't matter who they've got out there. They've got 5 guys that can score the ball. And they do it differently. You know, they've got outside shooters, inside shooters, drivers.
That's always the makings of a good team, as Hokinson will hit one or two. Having a deep team really helps you out, especially during postseason.
Right. Yeah, that's why CSI is always so tough to play in the tournament. Because you're playing at least 2 games back-to-back. If you get that 4th or 5th seed, you could be playing 3 days in a row. And you've got to have that depth to be able to compete. Back to a 5-point deficit for the Badgers. Nice play by Johnson. Come up with the steal.
Hokinson will take it past the S, and we'll give it off to Shorts. Shorts looks like he's going to take it and drive it in. And we got a late call.
Right in front of the one referee. He makes no call. And
the other one on the far side.
Yep.
Just get 4 referees in there and all be over.
You get 4, and then 2 are going to make the calls, and the other 2 are going to watch. So Stockton Shorts at the free throw line, a chance to cut this lead even closer.
They'll miss it, in and out.
Hit the free throw. Boy, the Badgers normally a very good free throw shooting team, and they've missed at least 3 so far.
I really sometimes think, though, when teams like good free throw shooting teams, when they face a really good defensive team, I sometimes feel like that in the shade, their feathers get ruffled. They kind of get under their skin a bit, as he will miss the second one.
Oh, my goodness. Snow College leads the conference in free throw shooting, 74% from the free throw line as a team. And right now, they've missed 4 free throws here in the first half.
Those free throws are also very important, especially down the stretch. You know, it matters how close you are. As we almost have a steal there. Again,
good defense. Yep, good defense by CSI. Ties it up, and they'll get the possession. So the Badgers had a couple of opportunities to cut that lead less than 5, missed a couple of free throws, and then a turnover.
Can't always have that, especially in big games like this. Too many times have I seen a lot of teams kind of do that in big games, and they end up losing in the end. But I'm not saying that Snow will, but sometimes you got to buckle down. Cleve Thomas will take it outside. Russian will pass it out to Sparling. Sparling would take the 3, but airballs it.
Oh, and they give that to CSI?
Really?
There's no way. That is a horrible call.
As Khalid
I'm sorry, that is a horrible call.
I love it because Khalid Thomas looks at the ref and just kind of starts to smile.
He knew it.
He did.
The CSI player knocked it out, but they give it back to him.
You can hear the fans' ovation of that call.
1 second on the shot clock. And they don't get it off.
Russian had
that helps.
Yeah. Russian had a double team on there, looked like from Johnson and Houston.
I honestly don't think Sparling knew how much time was on the shot clock.
I think they were all confused after that one.
Now CSI's gone into a half-court trap defense.
Kind of like I noticed from their women's team too earlier that they had a full-court press too, and sometimes these half-court and full-court press can really tire you out.
Johnson, nice fake for the 3, steps inside and hits the 15-footer.
Mid-range shots are sometimes the best way to go, I feel like. I mean, it's kind of a dying breed of shot. As I'll say that Cleve Thomas will try to take it in. No call. Took an offensive foul.
They're going to call Sparling for a push in the back on the rebound. That's going to be the 9th team foul, so the Badgers go to the free throw line and shoot 1 and 1.
CSI looks like they will. Oh, never mind. I thought they were taking a timeout. It is. Khalid Thomas will be coming out. Stockton Shorts at the line again.
CSI is the worst free throw shooting team in the conference at 63% as a team. The Badgers 74%.
That really surprises me. CSI is a really good shooting percentage team. As Stockton Shorts will hit 1 of 2. And now 2 of 2. Stockton Shorts making up for the last 2 missed. As now CSI will take it up.
CSI averages 98 points a game in conference play.
That's a high point ratio. See, it's now Edelmeyer will kick it off to Sparling. Sparling looks like he wants the shot. He's going to post up in there. And a dunk. Wow. Dunk from Malik Porter. Wide open right there for him to get that one.
Sparling made that happen, backing down in, and the Badgers gave help. And then Porter just cuts to the hoop.
Johnson looks like he was going to about take the 3 there, but decides not to. Get back in as there's a little opening.
Nice pass by Logan Hokanson to find a wide open Stockton Shorts down low.
Stockton Shorts so good at getting into the open down where not many people are defending him. Is now looks like Edelmeyer was open there for a second, but he decided to drive it, and Hokanson would keep him back at the 3-point line. Now we have a little drive here. Try to get it, number 3, Malik Porter, but couldn't quite get it. Looked like a little contact there. Now it's Hokanson dancing around on the outside. And it looks like they're going to let the time run down for the last shot.
Badgers waiting a long time to get it going. Hokanson takes the buzzer and hits it.
The buzzer beater, Logan Hokanson with the 3.
And a hand in his face. And a hand in his face.
Malik Porter did not like that right after that happened.
So the Badgers are going to take a 2-point lead at halftime. Which is huge. They fell behind. They were down by, 14 at one time?
Bit, yeah, there.
And battled back to get back into it. That's a good sign for the Badgers. CSI has really, in the previous 2 games, jumped out to early leads and held on to them. So this is a good move by the Badgers to get back into this.
And I think that was the Badgers' defensive plan coming in. They realized how much that CSI was running away with it at the start. They decided to play kind of grit and grind defense. Make them win for it.
Okay. Well, we'll take a timeout here. We'll kill the audio, but we'll come back with some statistics for you in just a little bit.
Hey everybody, welcome to your halftime stats report. Now, this is interesting. Your field goal percentage for Snow is actually 56% all around. Is from the outside the arc, they're 63%. From free throws, they could do a bit better. It's 50%. They're 5 of 10. From the three-pointer line there, the outside the arc, 7 of 11. And then all around 14 to 25, while CSI is 46% all around, 35% from behind the arc, and 100% of their free throws. So kind of a switch around tonight.
Yeah, that is interesting. And if you look, how many offensive rebounds for CSI?
Let's see. We have total offensive rebounds. We have 5.
So that's 5 second opportunities for CSI, which is pretty big.
And Snow only has 2. They have 10 total defensive rebounds. Same with CSI, but when it comes to rebounding category, CSI is kind of hurting them, kind of beating them out only by 3 rebounds, though. Okay.
Well, that's Badgers shooting better from behind the three-point line than they are from inside the three-point line.
They are, and
that's been a big impact for the Badgers to get back into this ball game here in the first half.
And you know, like this, you notice with this team, like you said before, you live by the 3, you die by the 3. This team really loves to shoot the 3, and I think that's what really helped them get to this #1 spot so far this year, but also brought them down sometimes too.
Right. So again, if we take a look at the standings, the Badgers a half game ahead of CSI right now. Badgers at 8-3. This is their last game of the Scenic West regular season. College of Southern Idaho is at 7-3, so just a half game back, and they will have a game on Saturday. And I'm trying to remember who they play. USU Eastern. So they'll finish up on Saturday in Price, and then I would guess they probably will just stay there for the tournament.
You know, big tournament too, because I feel like this is one of those times where you have this opportunity to go into the tournament nationally and compete for that championship when you're so close to it too.
You know, and the Scenic West has had some good representation. CSI has won the national tournament several times. Salt Lake has won the tournament a couple of times under Todd Phillips, who's the head coach there at Salt Lake. So pretty good representation. I think even Utah State Eastern, back when it was the College of Eastern Utah, went back and did really well at the national tournament.
And I feel like, you know, now if you're Snow, you have a little chip on your shoulder saying, I want to get to this tournament this year. But if you're CSI right now, you're saying, I'm not going to let Snow College beat me when we've been a school that goes to this tournament all the time throughout the years.
Well, there's a lot to play for, and you've got to win the tournament, and then you'll end up playing against a team from Arizona to actually make it to the tournament.
So all tough teams this year. And then what conference is the Arizona in?
You know, I don't remember. It's actually a region. We're the region 18 here, and I don't remember what region they're in.
I'm sure everywhere is quite that. Every team, every conference, every region has their own, you know, tough teams to deal with.
Well, it should be an interesting tournament next week. All those games will be live streamed from Utah State Eastern. So anybody that wants to watch those games, you can check the scenicwestsports.com. They'll have links, live links for the streaming. We will have the Snow College games right here on Snow Badger TV. And thanks to Centricom. Centricom will provide the stream and then forward it to our page here.
Remember, we had a little mix-up here, everybody, and we all thought us here that you're listening to, we were going to go there for a bit, and then it turns out Utah State wanted their own thing. So you can't hear me and Gary's pretty voices anymore.
Right. So Salt Lake beat CSI, this is what I was trying to look up, 70-68 in Twin Falls. The Badgers have yet to beat CSI in this season.
Really? Yeah, they lost the 2. I remember the 1.
And CSI, the game that I said they beat Colorado by 2, that was actually in Twin Falls. I thought that was in Rangeley, Colorado.
That's a hard place to win in Twin Falls.
It is. Very hard.
Sorry about that. Oh, miscommunication. But tonight we're really recap again as our sophomore night. I believe our football team is out there right now.
D. Bob Bailey's leading the cheers here or something.
Love D. Bob. If you ever found a man in your life that just loves sports, that's the guy right there.
That is the guy. Graduated from North Sanpete High School, but he'll go to a Manti High School game. He'll go to Snow College games, North Sanpete. It doesn't matter if it's a sporting event, D-Bob is going to be there. You know, D-Bob's famous. He was on ESPN.
He was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they featured him. Him and his family went to BYU Hawaii to serve a mission. And while he was there, he became just like he is here, one of the fixtures with sports. And ESPN did a story on D. Bob Bailey and his association with athletics at BYU Hawaii.
Gotta love D. Bob. Best thing was when he got to play the game himself. I remember screaming that one for him and hit 2 threes that game.
Yeah.
I love that. I was in there with his orange Badger shoes.
He's a fixture here at Snow College for sure. I wonder if I'll see him tomorrow. The state 3A tournament is being played at the Sevier Valley Activity Center down in Richfield. Manti won last night. They'll play tomorrow night at 7:30. So that tournament will wrap up on Saturday.
And how are they doing with it?
Well, like I say, they're just finished technically the second day. The first day was a play-in day up in Orem. That was last week. And then today was their first game.
All right.
So they've narrowed it down to, what, 8 teams? Four teams.
North Sanpete in it?
Nope, they didn't make it to the tournament this year.
My mother was a North Sanpete Hawk.
Oh, was she?
Loves that team still. She still has a grudge against the Templars. It's a great basketball program now at Manti.
They've done really good. Devin Shakespeare has won 2 state titles in, I think this is only his 5th year coaching.
Pretty dang good.
Pretty impressive.
Well,
so other game tonight, USU Eastern is playing Colorado Northwestern. That game is being played in Rangeley. Salt Lake Community College will travel to Rangeley and finish up there on Saturday. And this College of Southern Idaho team will play Utah State Eastern on Saturday. And that'll finish up the regular season. But you've got to win the tournament to be able to go on. They do have a few at-large bids, but kind of difficult to get one of those.
I would think so. Plus, I like the way, you have to go through the tournament. You have to earn your spot in the national tournament. You have to be the best of the best in order to get there.
Yeah. And I'm not sure where the women's tournament is. I guess I'll try to find that. The men is usually in Hutchinson, Kansas.
For all you NBA fans out there, All-Star break's over. You have your games today. The Heat and the 76ers played. 76ers won by 4, 102-106. The Phoenix Suns fell, not a shocker on that one, sorry to all you Suns fans, to the Cleveland Cavaliers, 98-111. And the Trailblazers beat the Nets, sad, I've been rooting for the Nets for a while, 113-99. And the Bucks beat the Celtics by 98-97. As while the Kings and Warriors are soon to play, and also the Rockets and Lakers. Last time Rockets and Lakers played against each other, 3 people got ejected and suspended.
So the women will play in Lubbock, Texas. If the Badgers can make that.
That's where our cameraman served a mission.
Oh yeah?
Lubbock, Texas. Shout out to Derek.
Derek Van Weird, all right. Thanks, Derek. So the Badgers will have the ball to start the second half and the 2-point lead. D-Bob showing off his blue shoes, I guess. That'll match his suit.
I'll miss the orange ones. And now Snow will get it into Logan Hokanson. Now Truman Moore finally getting the layup, laid up in on the big man himself, Braden Parker.
I like that. Go inside early and establish that inside game if you can.
Sparling gave it off to the outside here. Now we got a little pass around us. They finally find somebody, Malik Porter, in the inside. The Snow keeping it to the outside perimeter right now. It looks like number 25 lost it. Braden Parker, Hokanson did not steal that one. But Hokanson come up with it. So now he'll take it around the outside as Snow will take their time. Kickball violation. It's the second kick ball for Russian, Corian Russian. It's like now Braden Johnson looked like he wanted it. He did get it.
Looked like they were going to give him that alley-oop.
It looks like, but he did get it anyway. Got it in there, pump faked it a bit, and laid it up and in off the glass. Great shot by Braden Johnson, who's helped bring a little spark in that first half to the Snow team. And crowd cheering air ball as CSI takes the round, but
wow,
Gittens will silence them with a 3.
Gittens with the long 3.
Oh, and we have a hard fall from Hokanson, no call. I believe he may have just tripped on that one. Hokanson trying to plead his case.
Hokanson limping a little bit as he
tries to go out around. Stockton Shorts will take it, and he will make it. Bounce off the glass.
Nice move by Stockton Shorts. Little floater.
Hokanson still looks like he's limping a bit because he's out on Sparling right now. We take it inside to Malik Porter. Instead, Russian will look like he was about to take it, but Malik Porter instead will take it, lost it. It looks like we have a foul called.
I think Jake Walker's going to get called for it. Nope, they're going to call Johnson. Johnson gets his first. Badgers have gone into a 2-3 zone. You don't see the Badgers play a zone very often, but that's what they've gone to here against CSI in the second half.
And I think that's what you need to do because CSI has such great ball movement, and you know it's really hard. And CSI's proven with their two-man defense that
ball was knocked out of bounds. The referees looked at each other. Neither one of them wanted to make a call. Finally, they give it to the Badgers.
Only the 2 refs, the one sat back.
Yep. So the Badgers with their biggest lead of the game right now, 46-41.
And they got to keep that lead. CSI will come back. It's great defense there from Gittens. Stockton Shorts will dance around outside. Looks like he was about to take the 3, but he'll pass it off. Hokanson, though, will take the 3 and will hit it from downtown.
Big shot by Logan Hokanson.
Hokanson on fire tonight.
Coach Jared Fay wants a timeout to talk things over. He'll get it, a full timeout taken with 17:27 remaining here.
And see, what I like to see Hokanson hitting those shots is because, like I said, it's sophomore night, and you always want to see those sophomores have good last home game before they go off to, you know, other colleges, 4-year ones or 2-year ones to go and play for a while.
Well, that was a big shot by Hulkinson to get another three-pointer. Badgers with their biggest lead now of 8. Badgers have the longest winning streak right now in the Scenic West. They've won 4 in a row.
And also, with that, you said that CSI had a one-game losing streak.
One-game winning streak.
So they lost the game before.
Yeah, that was that Salt Lake game just last week.
And were they in Salt Lake City?
No, it was in Twin Falls.
All right. So Salt Lake City pulling off one that day.
Yeah, like you say, it's all matchups.
Salt Lake City's still a really good team. They can score.
Well, I think any team in this conference can beat any other team, and even Colorado has proven that as they've played everybody very tough. The only team they've really struggled with is Snow College.
Snow College has, every time it seems like, had a big deficit in between those two. It's now, it looks like David Walker is back in, has a long rest on the bench there for a while. So Gittins try to drive it in, but Hokinson with good defense. And a little tip in by Braden Parker.
Nice tip by Parker.
Malik Porter missed the floater. Hokinson calling a play here, looking around. And you can still tell that two-man defense, the help defense, is still giving Snow a bit of struggles. As Stockton Shorts will try to take the three, a little off. Braden Johnson tried to come up with a steal, but good ball handling by Roberto Gittins. And we have a travel called.
Just kind of a little shuffle there by Malik Porter.
Porter did not like the call. And that would be one I'd have to see again. A little shuffle there.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of shuffled both feet before he got the ball on the floor.
A little inbound. It looks like Porter was about to kind of stay there for a second defend, but he went back to go defend Stockton Shorts. As Hokinson gets the double screen there. And he tried to lay it up and in, but a little too strong. As Truman Moore, with a bit of a fight, will come down the rebound, give it off to Walker for an open three, but he will not get it. As it's tipped out, and Shorts will come up with it.
Good job by the Badgers to come up with some offensive rebounds. This is their third chance on this possession.
A little bad pass there.
Yep, CSI got a hand on it, knocked it away.
As looks like Thomas Miles tried to get it in, but a little offensive rebound. And CSI will score and cut the lead down to 49-45. Still a close game, anybody's game right now.
A lot of time left. Khalid Thomas will check in at the next dead ball.
Good pass by Walker.
Great pass by Walker, good cut by Stockton Shorts.
Stockton Shorts tonight been proving himself by cutting in and finding little places to weave in and out of to get the easy bucket. Looks like Malik Porter will take it up against Braden Johnson. He will get the foul.
Is that going to be on Stockton Shorts for reaching in or Braden Johnson? Looks like Braden Johnson.
I think he got him a little bit when he went up.
So Malik Porter will go to the free throw line, shoot 2. We'll have one free throw before anybody checks in, but it's just Khalid Thomas who's waiting.
Still, I believe that CSI is still 100% from the free throw line. And it's still 100% as he hits the first. Looks like Khalid Thomas checked in.
No, he's waiting still. He's going to come in for the shooter, Malik Porter.
And now.
And that's how you stay in the game. You miss the free throw, you stay in the game. You don't have to come out.
Yeah. And it looks like Stockton Shorts being a little aggressive there, trying to get on Walker. Walker, good defensive player so far this game. Stockton Shorts with an opening and take it to the rack and in. Lindsay.
Help defense just had their backs turned that time. Didn't see Stockton Shorts get free.
And Malik Porter will keep it off in the perimeter around here as they pass it around. Looks like Thomas Miles will take the 3 and go down to the Snow Badgers as Truman Moore try to fight for it and Johnson come down with it. So Hokanson will drive it in, little step backs, but he'll give it off to Johnson. Johnson will give it out to Moore. Moore will take the 3. Why not? But it was way off, way too strong. It looks like David Walker looked like he was about to drive it in, but second guessed it. As Malik Porter will take the floater, that is his shot, and he will hit. Malik Porter having a good game so far. As Stockton Shorts looked like he had a bit of contact there, no call. Outside, Hoganson will get the screen. Looks like a pick as Parker will tap it out, but Hoganson will take the long 3.
Wow.
Downtown again.
Floating on the 3.
Hokanson having a good night from the 3-point land. As Malik Porter will try to float her again, he'll get the foul.
That's going to be the 3rd on Truman Moore.
Need Truman Moore in this game. Foul trouble is something you can't afford right now. Though Tohar is a good defender.
And he's got a lot of height. He's got long arms, but Badger's going to take a timeout here, a 30-second timeout. I thought it would have been the media timeout here. Apparently not.
Sometimes the media gets them, sometimes they don't. Now, you have 2 options here if Truman Moore does get into foul trouble. You have Tohar, who has proven that he can be a good defensive player, and like you said, he has height on his side, and he has that good hook shot, but no 3-pointer. Or you could put in Neverker, who's proven he can play the post, but has had a little bit of a struggle here against the CSI help defense.
If you're asking me what I do, I don't know. I think Nebeker probably.
I agree. I would give Tohar some minutes, though, to see what he can do.
I'm surprised they haven't pulled Truman Moore out of the game.
I mean,
Khalid's still sitting, waiting to check in.
maybe he'll get lucky and he'll make the free throw this time as he hits 1 of 2. No, 1 of 2. It's been a long day today.
Nope, misses the 2nd. So Khalid Thomas will stay on the bench, or at the score table anyway. Nick Houston will check in at the next dead ball as well.
Stockton Shorts wanted it, and he will get it. He gets the screen, though, and give it to Truman Moore. Moore looking for some help. Hokanson will get him some help. Moore will give him the screen. Good pass, though. Hokanson will take the 3 again, a little short. It was tapped out, and CSI will come down with it. We have a little fast break.
And that's where CSI really shines, is taking the ball straight to the hoop. Jackson Edelmeyer, coast to coast, and lays it in.
Edelmeyer being very athletic through that whole time and just gets the easy bucket. The Stockton Shorts is kind of being smothered there by defense. Walker still has not hit the 3 yet. It's a little cold.
2 missed 3s in a row for the Badgers, and CSI now a chance to cut the lead.
CSI with another offensive rebound, but we got a foul called as Russian come down with it, but it got tapped out, and it looks like he fell over Braden Johnson.
Jake Walker's going to get called for the foul. He'll come out. Nick Houston checks in for Snow College.
Finally,
Khalid Thomas.
Khalid Thomas will come in. And the ball will go back to CSI. As Thomas Miles will get it inbounds. Cannot get it. Truman Moore altering the shot. Hokanson had a fast break there, but Edelmeyer is close to catch up. Houston with the ball inside. Bad pass. Looks like Johnson was trying to go in for a cut. 1 on 2. Hokanson looks like get the foul before the shot was put in.
Hokanson, not a big player, but boy, he does have hops. He can get up high. He's come up with some block shots. That time he kind of altered the shot by Thomas Miles, but got him with the body.
Thomas Miles now shooting from 9. And he misses the first one. This whole CSI team, I think, is so scary. When it gets down to crunch time, you don't know who you want to be shooting the free throw or letting open to have the shot.
Well, they can all shoot the three. They can all drive to the hole. Nebeker checks in for the Badgers, and
1 of 2 for Thomas Miles. We got some full court press here from CSI, much like their women's team before. The thing I don't like about full court press is that it tires you out so much.
Well, if you've got a deep team like CSI, you can afford to do it.
Very true. And Nebeker lost it. A little too much bounce on that one.
Yep. He turned around. I think he was a little bit surprised that he was open, and then put the ball on the floor to go to the hoop and just lost the handle.
That happens sometimes. Looks like Walker will dance around there, try to take it in. And now Thomas Miles will kick it out. Malik Porter, no. But take the three. David Walker will not convert, but close. As Hokanson will give it off to Houston. Houston left wide open, and he will nail it from downtown. I think he's now 3 of 3 from downtown.
I think you're right. Back to a 7-point lead for the Badgers.
You need big shots like that from Nick Houston to keep you going.
Gittens will check in at the next dead ball.
It's like Houston had a little fall there. As Thomas Miles is left open and will miss the three, but Malik Porter will tip it back in. Now Stockton Shorts looks like he's about to take it up, but Hokanson will get free. Braden Johnson was left wide open there. Houston, why not take the three again? Will not go. David Walker is called for the travel as he goes in.
Coach Jared Fay not happy. He's saying he got fouled before the travel.
You could hear the fans' dissatisfied calls there for that one. Is now Stockton Shorts look like about to take it up. Bad pass.
Oh my goodness, that was right into the hands of Malik Porter. I don't know if he didn't see him.
Well, Malik Porter made a statement on that one.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than that.
As Hokanson will take the deep three again, not falling right now.
And a quick three too, run some offense.
CSI, looks like Russian try to drive in there, put his head down. David Walker with some handles there. Will give it off to the post. This Russian looks like he'll take it on Stockton Shorts, but he'll get the offensive foul called on him. As he looks like he lowered his shoulder a bit.
I think that's what they're going to call. So Truman Moore got a brief rest. He's got 3 personals, but he checks back in here at the 10:06 mark. Also checking in is Blackner.
See, I like that. I know that when you're trying to keep a player, but when you're like kind of down in the later quarters, I just say let them play out and see if they don't get fouls or not. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think many agree with me though. Looks like Blackner's having a hard time. Moore was left open for a second. It looks like Snow will run some offense. Khalid Thomas looks like he's called for the foul.
You're right.
Looks like he's holding down Nebeker there.
He was trying to play defense between Nick Houston and Nebeker, because you've got to respect Houston out at 3-point territory, and Khalid kind of got caught in between, saw Nebeker try to go to the hoop, but he makes up for it and comes up with a big steal.
Khalid Thomas, he's got the length on his arms.
He's got long arms.
As David Walker tried to do a little bit of a sidestep and shoot it in there, but did not go. It's a little short. As things are getting a little more physical here down in the second half. Nebeker will take it in, but pass back out to Hokanson. Hokanson with a good pass, just kind of bounced off a bunch of legs.
Too low, yeah. He was trying to get it to Truman Moore, and just it didn't bounce up as high as Moore needed it to be able to get a handle on it.
Bit of a shooting, bit of a shooting drought right now for both teams, as Khalid Thomas will miss the 3. Snow still holding on to a 3-point lead. Tight game. 9 minutes, 17 seconds as a straightaway 3 from Thomas Miles. Moore will come down with the rebound, though.
In traffic. Nice rebound by Truman Moore for the Badgers.
See, that's what's good about Truman Moore, too. He'll fight for the rebound. You know, scrappy players. I like scrappy players that do that. We try to get a steal from Malik Porter. As Malik Porter acknowledges some of the Snow fans there. Gives them a pat on the back.
Badgers got to take care of the basketball. CSI very active, quick hands, quick feet.
CSI not giving up, and I mean I wouldn't either. But good defense so far, what I've seen from him. Houston will take the 3. Houston with a big 3 again.
Is that 4?
That's 4 for him. I think he's 4 of 6 now. As a straightaway 3 and an answer. And
answer by Roberto Gittins.
Roberto Gittins just
and a timeout taken by CSI.
Just notice he did the Lance Stevenson. If you ever watch Lance Stevenson play, he goes to this little guitar thing. He did that thing every time he hits 3.
62-59. Badger lead is 3 with 8:37 remaining.
Got to give it to CSI for still sticking in with it right now.
Well, it's been a game of runs. CSI, well, it was close for a while. CSI went on a run. Snow came back with a run of their own to end the first half. And then Snow kind of continued that run to start the second half, but now CSI's cut it back down.
Just shows how good these two teams are. They're battling right now. Each side, and the last time I saw this was that game against USU Eastern when they were here. That was the last time I seen a battle, and it ended in a missed shot at the end and a 1-point win for USU Eastern. So I think that the Badgers are now not trying to relive that moment in this one. Well, going off to other colleges, all you Duke fans, Zion Williamson, sounds like he has a sprained knee. And still trying to be evaluated whether he's going to come back here soon or not.
I don't think he'll be out too long. That's surprising it wasn't any worse than it was, though. That is still the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. To see a shoe just blow apart like that.
I mean, Paul George has a contract with Nike with his own shoes. Went up to Nike today, said on an article ESPN, and asked why do the shoes blow open like that? Will my shoes do that? He's asking that.
So Badgers with the ball in a 3-point lead, 8:37 remaining.
Good defense still. Trying to keep on Hokinson right now as Malik Porter keeps on him. Still a full court press. Stockton Shorts looks like he's about to drive in. Still trying to debate on it, but he will kick it back out to the perimeter. Houston, no. As we got good ball moving by Snow. He's about picked off again. Stockton Shorts looks like a little bit of contact. Gave ref a look, but no call. It looks like Gittins will take the little jumper.
Wow.
And he will hit it off balance too.
Cuts the lead to 1.
As now he is called for the foul though, Gittins, and Houston will be at the line for 2. Looks like as the way up there, he kind of got him on the wrist. He makes first of 2.
3 subs coming in for CSI.
Number 25 comes back in, Braden Parker, and not seen him for a while.
And David Walker checks in, and Corian Russian.
Corian Russian, I like his defensive style. He's always there.
Very quick. Quick hands, long arms.
always willing to come up with a steal. Is now, it's like Sparling was trying to think about the three. Crowd chanting air ball as he did miss that one, but I don't think he'll miss another. It's like Walker will keep it outside. But he will take it inside, a little short, but good moves on the inside there. And we have a foul called.
They're going to call it on Nick Houston.
Really?
Yep.
I did see a little contact there at the end, but it seemed like more he was tripping into him.
That's a tough call.
It is.
To get when you got the rebound and give it back.
Gittens was trying to get it. Hops from Hokanson trying to steal it, but he didn't quite get it. As Gittens will take the three, it's short. And a little fight there, but Snow will come down with it. 64-61 with almost 7 minutes to go. Hokanson is almost smothered in the inside as Stockton Shorts with a little Euro step.
And with the left hand. Finishes with the left hand.
Little Giannis Antetokounmpo there, Euro stepping it inside. As Russian will take the three, bounces off, but Gittens will come down with the rebound. But Parker will finish.
Parker finishes, and I think they could have called an and one that time as Stockton Shorts got a lot of contact.
Hopped up with him too. Well, looks like Truman Moore looking for some help again. Parker doing well defending Truman Moore. Houston gives it back.
I don't know why they haven't gone to Truman Moore down low.
Houston, though, will get the wide open three. Or maybe a little too wide open. But Stockton Shorts, will he take it? No, a little short. Looks like he's a little off balance on that one. As Gittens will take it and will bounce in. And now 1 point lead for Snow. Gittens coming up with a lot of the points here this second half for CSI.
He's the go-to guy.
Now Hokanson, he's looking for a play call from the coach. Stockton Shorts will get it. Good defense though by Gittens. Truman Moore.
5 on the shot clock.
Will take it a little strong there. Missed shots.
Hokanson had a baseline jumper but couldn't get it to go.
As Russian tried to power his way in there. Looks like he got off on a little angle there. Couldn't quite make it. Looks like Hokanson's trying to calm down everybody. Get them to move around a bit. Pass the ball. And he had the contact. Late call.
Very late call.
I don't much enjoy those late calls for either side. If you're going to call the foul, just call it right there. I mean, like I said, personal opinion.
So Hokanson will go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
It looks like we have a few substitutions here. Looks like Khalid Thomas will come back in with Malik Porter as well. I can't see the other one. I think it's Edelmeyer. But Hokanson will make 1 of 2.
And Johnson checks back in for the Badgers.
Looks like Stockton Shorts coming out. No, he
Truman
stays.
Moore.
So going with a small lineup.
I like the idea of giving Truman Moore a 2-minute breather right here and then come back for the last 3 minutes of the game.
I agree. He makes 2 of 2, so that makes it 68-65. Still a 3-point lead for Snow. Close game so far. Both sides still struggling on each side of the field to try to make a shot. As it looks like David Walker will get called for the travel again or a foul.
Carry, yeah.
Carry?
A carry.
David Walker.
Thomas Miles checks back in.
It's been called for 2 travels now. And carry? I don't know, somewhere around there. Well, it looks like Snow had a bit of a hard time as Blackner about lost it. Good defense. Houston will just take the straightaway 3 and nail it downtown.
Oh, Nick Houston out of the corner for a 3.
Houston, the Eagle has landed. Well, now it looks like Edelmeyer dance around and give it off to Clee Thomas. Always watching, but leaving him wide open with Malik Porter down in the paint, and he will get fouled. Hacked on the way up.
Stockton Shorts trying to make him earn it at the free throw line.
I like how Stockton Shorts, even though he knows that he's going to get the foul called on him, sometimes he still goes up and tries to block it. He still tries to go and get in the person's face instead of letting him get the easy two, as he will hit one or two. CSI was 100% at the free throw line in the first half, but they've kind of cooled down a bit. As Malik Porter will miss the next one, as Houston will come down with the rebound. Still full court press by CSI. Houston again with the moves.
Stockton Shorts.
Stockton Shorts. My bad, everybody.
Nice crossover and finished with the left hand. Nice job going to the hoop.
I like how Stockton Shorts is kind of let up here in this last quarter as Malik Porter tried to get off an off-balance tip in there. But Johnson will take it up this time.
Badgers need to run some clock here, and we're under 4 minutes to go.
The clock,
7-point lead. Clock is your friend. But you got to get a look. You can't turn it over.
Khalid Thomas again with a good defensive stance. Again, about getting it, Braden Johnson, but just couldn't quite hit it. Khalid Thomas with some great defense there. It's the length of his arms. As Miles is left wide open for a three, but will not get it. Johnson will come down with the rebound. And Russian will be called for the foul.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
I think it was just a little fight on that one.
I thought they were just going for the ball. I didn't really see enough contact to draw a foul. But actually, if you're CSI, that's not a bad foul, because right now that's only the 5th team foul. Badgers aren't shooting free throws. You get down under a minute and a half or right in there, you need to be able to send the team to the free throw line to shoot 1-and-1. So that doesn't hurt them. Honestly, I don't think you complain too much. That's the 3rd foul on Torian Russian. But only 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining. Badgers with the lead of 7, and they have the ball.
You know, as a coach at this time, like you said, I'd be telling them, run the clock down, keep it, clock is your friend, but also take smart shots.
Right. You can't just keep working away from the basket. You gotta run the offense and get some movement going to the hole. You want to take easy shots, but you don't want to wait until the last 3 or 4 seconds.
No, you kind of saw that with the USU Eastern game.
Yeah.
You know, it was the straightaway threes that whole game, and I think that's what killed them so much.
Well, you've got a great defensive team out there for CSI.
Yeah, they are a good defensive team. Russian has proved it. Khalid Thomas also with that defensive stop by himself really shows how, like you said, deep this team and how good they are. Still a threat in this tournament coming up. As we got a double team on Hokanson. They're making sure Hokanson does not. Oh, and one. He lays it up and in off the glass.
That's got to be a highlight.
Yes. Hokanson with the Chef Curry. Laying it in.
That's one of those where I'm going, no, run the clock. Oh, great shot. And you go to the free throw line for one, so a chance of the 3-point play.
Hard foul, too. He managed to get up off of that. Still trying to get a composure here.
So Hokanson will step to the free throw line, a chance to convert on the 3-point play.
And he does. And it makes it lead to 10 now. Hokanson with a great shot and having a great night. Looks like he about had a little contact there on that one for Gittins, but Gittins will not get the call. Stockton Shorts will go coast to coast. Give it off. Houston will get the foul, though.
Houston draws the foul. The foul is going to be on Malik Porter. So Houston will go to the free throw line and shoot 2. Gittens was trying to draw the foul on the 3-point shot. They didn't give it to him.
It looked to be a little contact there, but a little bit of a falling too.
Yeah.
I notice Jay Crowder does that a lot too, but he's on my team, so I don't care. He hits 1 of 2. Houston does.
Make it 2 of 2, and the Badgers lead by 12.
2:59 to go in the second half. As right now, they're up 12, but this lead can be cut down. As Gittens looks like a little spin there. Jump shot will not go in though for him.
Tipped out of bounds, the Badgers will get it.
Nice little move by Gittens. One of his shots there. He's been hitting a lot of off-balance ones and turnarounds.
Now Russian's going to check back in, and Thomas Miles goes out.
I think they want Russian's defensive capability, especially down the stretch right now.
I agree. Full court pressure. They'll double team Hokanson on the inbounds. Badgers go over and get it into Johnson.
Johnson trying to take it up, but good defense by Edelmeyer.
Almost stolen.
Again, Russian about going in there. It's like Hokanson will get it. I wonder how much he has now, points-wise. Johnson will take the post-up moves. He'll drive it in, lower shoulder, and he will get it.
Wow, nice shot by Johnson.
Johnson, you know, normally when you started the season, wouldn't think he'd be a post-up player. He mostly just stayed outside or hit an open mid-range jumper.
I agree.
But he's got that capability.
Khalid Thomas, good penetration, goes up for the shot, draws the foul.
Did not get it, though.
Hokanson picks up foul number 2.
So
Badgers have a couple of players that are pretty good post-up players. Stockton Shorts is a good post-up player. I think Nebeker's a pretty good post-up player. And then, of course, you've got Truman Moore, who is really good, ambidextrous, can shoot left or right-handed.
Yeah, I agree. And well, also you notice CSI's kind of combated that tonight with their driving and stop and pops and just everything around there tonight. The 3 hasn't been falling so far. That could change here really soon. But they really have kind of combated it tonight to help that. But now Snell's kind of pulling away with hitting the 3. 3's really been helping them tonight. And, like you said, the post-up moves.
Well, the Badgers lead is 14 with 2:07 remaining here in the game. I would almost venture to say you've probably scored enough points if you can take care of the ball and not give up easy baskets for CSI.
I agree.
Continue to play good defense, make them work for the shot. On the offensive end, just work the ball around, take a shot towards the end of the shot clock. Badgers made a couple of substitutions. Truman Moore is checked back into the ball game.
Now, if you're CSI's coach, what would you be telling your guys right now? You're still close. You're not too far down.
Play tough defense. Try to get a steal. Steals usually lead to easy baskets. CSI pushes the ball really well. They've got 5 players on the floor that can go to the hole. And Khalid Thomas hits both free throws, and he'll come out of the game.
Really? I was going to say sometimes it takes just 2 free throws to get you heated.
And I think Khalid is a better three-point shooter than Thomas Miles.
I agree. Thomas Miles, I believe, hasn't really, I think haven't hit one. We had a little bit of a fight there. Reaching foul. Is it Edelmeyer or is it Porter?
Somebody grabbed the hand. I think the crowd saw the hand get grabbed of Johnson, but he didn't lose the ball. Ends up getting it to Hokanson, who breaks the pressure.
And now Khalid Thomas is back in for Russian. Hokanson will shoot 2. And now they're in the bonus now, Snow. Oh no, never mind, shoot 1.
1 and 1. And he missed the first.
And I think that's what you want if you are CSI.
Nice penetration by Cleet Thomas, draws the blocking foul against Johnson, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 2.
Cleet Thompson, I think it was a smart move to put him back in because he's been kind of producing a bit, going to the free throw line. And this will put him back within the 10 range if he hits this next one.
So Truman Moore back in, and Blackner goes out. Thomas 1 out of 2 from the free throw line.
Houston will come down as it gives out the shorts. We got another foul.
Quick foul. CSI is going to send the Badgers to the free throw line, make them hit their free throws. That's the 3rd on Khalid Thomas.
And I think right now it's one of your better options if you're not hitting.
Yeah, you gotta start early. If you're going to foul, commit to it and start it early. Back to the 1-and-1. The last time it paid off is the Badgers missed the front end.
Stockton shorts. He's hit a few tonight, but he will miss that one, and will give a little bit of life to CSI. CSI Gittins will take it inside. A good pass to Russian. I didn't even see that one go past him.
So that cuts the lead down to 9 with 1:35 remaining. So CSI still in it. The Badgers have got to hit their free throws. They've missed the front end of 2 1-and-1s. I said you've scored enough points, but you got to hit the free throws when they send you to the free throw line.
Like I mentioned earlier, free throws can determine whether you win a game or whether you lose. And when you're not hitting them, it can be pretty bad sometimes.
Well, I'm sure that's what Coach Nielsen's going to talk to him about right now. Just relax at the free throw line and hit your free throws. The good news is you get to shoot 2 the rest of the way.
Because they're in the double bonus.
You're going to be in the double bonus on the next foul. But that was pretty big, missing the front end of 2 1-and-1s.
And that gives life back to CSI, and still a lot of time to even come back on a 9-point deficit.
Right.
And I think CSI is going to come in with that same game plan.
You got to foul them. If you look at this, you got a 30-second shot clock. You got a minute and a half to go. That's really if you don't foul them, the Badgers can run a whole minute off. That gives you only 30 seconds to score 9 points.
Yeah.
So they've got to foul.
It's kind of a touchy situation here. It's the meaning of whether you win the game or you win the conference or you don't. It's kind of come to that point.
Yep, Snow's got to pick up the win here, and they're 0-2 so far against CSI.
CSI still with the full court press, double teaming, almost triple teaming a lot of the
Gotta
players.
Get it in.
As he tripped.
And the Badgers travel it over. Yep, Hokinson trip. So CSI got what they wanted.
Hokinson was not happy with the call.
Well, he had the ball and he went to the floor. It was a travel.
Snow has to come up with a defensive stop here. With 2 points, cut down the lead to 7. With 3, cut it down to 6. As Khalid is blocked, though. Big stop by Stockton short. And I think, though, now you'd have to foul. What, 118, yes. Blackner will go to the line.
Badgers really dodged a bullet down there because, was it Khalid Thomas that had the ball down
Khalid
low?
Thomas.
Put the shot up and it was blocked by Stockton shorts.
And I think it could have been called, too.
I think it could have been a foul. Blackner hits the free throw.
That one, I mean, you can say all you want about the refs in this game. I'm actually getting texts from my friends right now saying, oh, the refs been, calling crap calls. It's been for both sides, I feel like. It's been a bit of a thing on both sides tonight. I'm not saying the refs are doing a bad job. Being a ref's not an easy job.
No, it's not.
It's not.
And again, Blackner only hits 1 out of the 2 free throws. Now they're going to foul Johnson, and Braden Johnson will get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Johnson.
We're going to see this the rest of the game. It's the only chance that CSI has is to make the Badgers shoot free throws and hope for the misses.
Oh, it's Houston that's at the line.
Yeah, who did I say?
You said Johnson.
Oh.
It's Sorry, I've done that like twice.
And he missed it. Badgers, best shooting free throw team in the conference, not showing it tonight.
No.
Missed them both.
It's still a 10-point game deficit.
That is huge.
As Gittins will get to the free throw line on this one. Foul called. It looked like on Houston, may have been Blackner.
Yeah, I think it was Houston.
See, this is the thing here. If he makes both of these, and then you go back on the other end and miss your free throws again, that's an 8-point deficit. You know, you're getting closer and closer.
I shouldn't have said they'd scored enough points because they're not going to score anymore, apparently. Gittins does the Badgers a favor by missing the free throw. Truman Moore in, Blackner out.
I think now Snow's going for trying to get those rebounds. They don't.
Oh, yeah, you can't give up second and third opportunities. You got to get it when they miss it.
But he will hit
one out of two.
So down 9 again. As Stockton Shorts trying to find somebody.
And Houston gets fouled. He'll go to the free throw line.
Missed the last 2.
So Houston is apparently a better three-point shooter than he is a free throw shooter.
Well, you know, you have to.
Well, he could step back to the back of the, if that would make him feel it.
3-point.
Yeah.
You know, you ever played the game 2K? You know, you have your special skills. Some of you have shooting abilities, and some of you don't have the free throw.
I've never played 2K, but I think that's true. Houston hits the first one here. If he steps to the back, though, he could bank it in.
He could.
But he hits them both this time.
He'll make up for the last miss there.
83-72, Badgers by 11.
Smart little play by Edelman to kind of have the ball roll there for a second so the clock doesn't start. He will take, oh, crap. Khalid will
Thomas
take, sorry,
took the three, yep.
I just spaced on that one. He'll take the 3.
But CSI gets the ball after it gets knocked out of bounds.
It looks like now Gittins tried it. No. Braden Johnson and Stockton Shorts for fighting for the rebound.
And they call a jump ball. That should have been traveling. That was 2 Badgers with the ball. That should have been traveling.
I wonder. It looked like both of them were looking away, so I think they probably thought, oh, the CSI guy trying to get the ball from me.
You know, but as a coach, I would much rather see that than not going after the ball.
Very true.
You got to be going, especially in a situation like this. Every rebound counts. You got to get them. Truman Moore checks in. Badgers go with Stockton Shorts, Logan Hokinson, Johnson, Houston, and Moore.
A lot of players coming out from CSI. Clee Thomas will take the 3. Too strong offensive rebound, but it will come stolen by Stockton Shorts. Stockton Shorts will go blocked by Khalid.
I thought it hit the bank board first.
It looked like, and I think that's what the fans were saying there, is no 3 there again. As I think CSI's letting them run down the clock.
Yeah, I think they realize this insurmountable lead right now, and the Badgers are going to win the conference.
First time in how long now? Since 2004.
That's a nice win for the Badgers. Nice to show that they can get a win against CSI. So just like the women, the snowmen and the snow women have won the regular season of the Scenic West Athletic Conference, and they'll go into the tournament as the #1 seed. The men will. The women will likely go as the 2nd seed because they tied with Salt Lake City, and Salt Lake City holds the tiebreaker, having won 2 out of their 3 matchups. But either way, the Badgers will now get a chance to cut down the net and take home a souvenir.
Exciting moment, especially for this team and a group of a lot of sophomores leaving this year. I think it's good for them. But now, you know, you celebrate now, but then you put your mind to the tournament after this.
Yep. You gotta get in tournament mode, and that starts on Friday for the Snow College men and the women.
Yes, and I think now both CSI teams are going to remember this loss to Snow, especially during tournament time if they meet each other. I don't think they're going to want to have this happen again, especially the men's CSI team, who was #1 for a while in the conference.
Nice win for Snow College, and they'll go to the tournament as the #1 seed next week, playing on Friday at USU Eastern. We will have the games for you. We won't be calling it, but Mike Traina from KMTI and Centricom will be forwarding a feed. It'll be right here on Snow Badger TV. So watch for those games to be scheduled shortly, and we'll have those for you.
All right, thank you everybody for listening. We'll miss you all. See you next season. Bye.